Hiya, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris News.
Celeb style.
Dedication is all you need.
A whole new world.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you dare close your eyes. As if that's not enough.
Well, hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney fans. I hope you are all well, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris show. Today is a momentous day in the Disney calendar. Why is that, Chris?
Because, I don't know, haven't a clue.
Hugh,
Something
any
happened
guesses?
today.
About what, sorry?
Today's a momentous day in the Disney calendar. Why is that?
Because there's been a big opening.
Yep, that's correct. Ratatouille reopened today after a lengthy refurbishment.
Something else as well.
Yeah,
The queues for Peter Pan were about 30 minutes all day. That's monumentous, isn't it?
I know.
Monumentous.
Crazy.
When I looked at 11:30, 15 minutes for Web Slingers.
15 minutes for web singing.
The only thing I can think is that everybody was desperate to see the new renovated queue for Ratatouille.
That must be it, yeah.
That must be it.
But even the waiting line for that was low. It was only 35 minutes as well.
I'm worried that at some point someone's going to tune out thinking, these guys don't know what they're talking about. Can we stop with the pretense?
Okay, that is correct. Today was the official opening day of World of Frozen. It was also the official opening day of Adventure Way and Adventure Bay. And it was the day when Walt Disney Studios Park is no more.
No.
So I never have to remember what order those 4 words go in ever again.
Is that a good thing, though? Are we sad about the studios closing? How do we feel about it?
Meh.
Yeah?
Thing is, the new title's not that much easy to remember
No.
either. Disney Adventure World doesn't really roll off the tongue, does
Or
it?
Disney World of Adventure. Or World of Adventure by Disney, perhaps. Make it sound more bespoke.
During that little video we did where we were guessing
What it was going
what it was going to be called,
Yeah.
and we got quite close.
We did.
Yeah.
Um,
Although I preferred a new stew.
We were
How do
younger
we
then.
feel? Well, funnily enough, we were having a conversation today with some friends, and I was trying to describe the old stunt show.
Oh, yeah.
And she was going, oh, so it was themed to cars then? I went, oh no, when I say a car show, it was like it was a stunt show, like people who make movies drive in cars.
Like the Fall Guy.
And then I was trying to say, because back in the old day, the whole park was just themed to how you make movies. So they had a special effects ride, and they had and then I started thinking, God, I'd nearly forgotten that. So I think the direction it's in now is better, and the title.
That's just the rain and wind, guys.
Wow. That was pretty
I know,
loud.
that's where I just went just then. I thought, like, it sounds like rain, but it sounds like it's coming into the house.
It really does.
Yeah.
We
That
are
was
getting battered here at 37 Disney Street.
I'm looking
That-
forward to the drive back to my wing.
Oof.
It was really sudden, like
It was,
Maleficent had thrown a wave at us or something.
It might be end of days. the letterbox just.
That opened the letterbox.
That's never happened
I wonder
before.
if you picked that up on the audio. I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Okay,
probably not.
where was that? Yeah, so-
Armageddon's gone. I mean, it's been gone for a while, but it's gone. We've got to say goodbye to the original tram tour for good.
I never
They're
saw
just a memory.
Armageddon.
Oh, you really.
And I was there one time when it was open and I never went on it.
It wasn't funny bad. It
Maybe
was
twice.
a waste of my time.
That's what I gathered. Yeah.
It was like, what was that about? It was terrible. So
So,
now I'm like, well, the evolution has only improved that park. And so I suppose getting that new name, it like goes boom.
Whoa.
Just don't like change.
We're having brownouts and things here as well.
The lights just flickered.
If the connection drops, you know why.
Hey?
It's a bit freaky, this, isn't it? I'm not enjoying this moment.
No, I'm not.
This isn't a backdraft from some
No.
horrendous natural disaster, is it?
Goodness knows. Before we get into things,
Yeah.
I mistakenly wished you a happy birthday this morning, knowing full well that his birthday wasn't until Tuesday, but for some reason thinking today was the 31st. And I brought you a present, Hugh.
Is it?
I just wanted to let you have it now so we
Okay.
can get that out of the way and talk about real stuff.
Yeah.
So, I got you in a Stitch bag because I know how much you love Stitch.
I love Stitch.
You love Stitch.
Can I get enough of Stitch?
Cannot get enough.
All over Primark.
And please enjoy.
Oh, I thought it was the... now, we'll get into what I thought it was later.
Oh.
But this is... what is it? Inside Out. Oh, I thought it was... Hang on.
Lucas chose those.
Hang on, these aren't sweets.
They are.
Oh, they are sweets.
They are.
Peelable gummies. Pineapple, strawberry, orange, watermelon, grape. Oh, they look fun.
They've got like animal-shaped sweets
They're like-
Inside...
A,
Cube
a
sweets.
jelly bear.
Yeah.
Not a jelly baby, but inside a,
A jelly cube.
A jelly
yeah.
cube.
A gelatinous cube.
What will they think of next?
And some Sensations chili and cocoa.
Have you tried those?
No. No co.
They're,
So they sound amazing. And then some socks. Second pair of socks I went in today.
They are oddballs, and I know
chili
they're
socks.
a popular thing at the moment. But I saw them and they were chilies. I'm actually wearing one of those pairs today.
Thanks, pal. That's great.
Just a little something.
Well, Chris, you know, last week I said, I don't know if I said it on the show or before, but I said, oh, we didn't get Chris a present from the trip. I forgot we did. I got you a napkin from
no way.
Nordic Crowns Tavern
My
to add to your
word.
napkin collection.
Did you mention this on one of the videos?
What?
This
Yes.
napkin? Because
What? Did I
'Cause I
say?
came back and-
Did I say we'll get one for Chris?
possibly, yeah. Because I
On
came
Lucy's
back
video.
on Sunday on Monday morning last week. Lucas said, "Did you get a napkin?" Because they said they got a napkin. No, they didn't remember.
At least he was paying attention.
Thank you very much. You can add it to my vast collection.
Yeah, and it's the only one I got, so I don't have one for my collection.
Well, you can have it if you want.
No, I'll get one another time. But you know, I might have to queue for 90 minutes to get in there. But
So just before we get into it, because we've got a fair amount to get into, we've got a question in the chat that we'll attack immediately, and then we can see who else is in the chat.
yeah,
So I can't read the name because my eyes are not
Cliche.
great. Thank you. When over the next year will be the overall best time to go? We have booked a week in December because even though it will be busy, Christmas plus Frozen is hard to beat.
this is the big question, isn't it? A lot of people are asking, when should I go?
Here's the thing, right? This is me with the least amount of knowledge out of all of us when it comes to all this stuff. I would imagine that because Christmas is a peak time, because Halloween's a peak time, because summer's peak time, because there isn't not a peak time, it is going to be busy, whatever, and probably most of us are going to have to suck it up at one time or another if we want to spend time there. I just think about watching you guys when you're in Walt Disney World and like the rope drops with people marching to popular rides like the Frozen ride in Epcot, and that having seen a DLP report video today of that exact same thing happening, that it's going to be busy. I just don't see it being any other way. Not Frozen Land anyway. Obviously, the rest of it you'll be able to go and do. But
So my answer would be, when Bonnie, the first time we went, Bonnie was 2, so she wasn't in mainstream school at the time, and we went the last week in June, beginning of July. We kind of straddled that point. You've got the best of the summer weather without the school crowds.
It wasn't even June; it was July because we just finished a show.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
early July.
But it definitely wasn't. It must have been early July because it wasn't schools.
Yeah, like the 8th or 9th.
Yeah. So that kind of just before the schools finish, if you're able to do that. I know a lot of you have got kids in school. The other thing is, same thing with Christmas, is we've gone the last weekend in November, and I'd say that is preferable to anything in December.
so I read that question as being because of Frozen Land and not necessarily World of Frozen, and not necessarily just in general. So yeah, that's a fair point. What is interesting as well, and you're probably going to get into this in a minute, I know, but is, as we've just alluded to, the park seemed like certainly looking on the app, like it was pretty manageable today because so many people had gone to the new bit. So yeah, I mean, don't forget, bigger park means more footfall, doesn't it? And more spaces for people to go. So potentially,
They have
it's a good thing
added,
in the long run.
I think I read that they'd added 23,000 capacity. That might just have been on the ride. I think the ride can do
23,000
20,000 per
capacity,
day.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
But like the land itself and the queue, etc., is something I can't remember what it is, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like multiples of 10,000. So even though, yes, it will be busier because a lot of people will be saving up, there is enough room in the park to absorb it. And as long as you just set aside half a day for Frozen, knowing that you'll have to do a longer queue than for anything else, I don't think it'll be as bad as people think. I think it'll be bad in Frozen Land, but I don't think it's a don't come to Disneyland Paris at the moment way. So I'd say just stick to the usual rules. And I don't think in those terms that will calm down until next year anyway.
The shop thing's interesting as well, because I know there've been big queues for the shops, but when people get used to the fact that unless it's the troll thing that you want, you can get all of that stuff in the studios, in world premiere in the shops there or whatever it is. So then there'll be less of a need. I know people want to go and see that stuff. Obviously, you want to go and see it. But if you're going to Frozen Land to take it all in, most people aren't going to go and hang around there all day. You know, you guys were stuck in there when you went. You know, it was stay or don't do anything. Stay in queue to not do anything, or go and don't do anything.
Well,
that was your option,
we're getting into the main discussion topic now. So should we have a look who's in the chat?
Yes. Bonnie? Producer?
Pick the right key.
Are they?
Oh, Bob, please. That's to save Lucy's ears, because she's got a painful ear. Joey was first in the chat and says, hey everyone, I hope you've all had a fantastic Disney-filled week. Can't wait to hear about the rest of your trip. Was thinking about the charity run you mentioned before, though, and you said do it based on the amount of miles the first week of queues to get on World of Frozen have been.
Oh, yeah.
So, what, do a marathon based on the length of the queues? It'd be too long.
Yeah.
We haven't.
Oh,
got
by the way,
time.
Joey, I looked in several B&Ms and I've not been able to find the Umbongo jelly sweets, but I'm still looking. I'll find them. They're out there. What else? John says, hey guys, what a historic day for DLP. Been very fun watching various live streams of Adventure World on and off all day. Looks like overall it's been busy, but enjoyable for most people. I saw a video of people running through down Adventure Way and I just thought, get a life.
I saw.
Don't do that, people.
Do you remember me talking about what a pinch point it is going through world premiere and coming out the other end with that wall in front of all the doors?
Yeah.
And it was just people just there trying to get through these 3 sets of double doors out onto a piece of out in front of a concrete wall and go left or right to get round it.
Yeah.
It just seems like a crazy decision to have done that. But it's a busy day, isn't it? So, you know, I accept that maybe it won't be like that all the time.
Country Life Scotland says, evening folks, anyone been noticing the ride times in the main park and whatnot? Absolutely boggling my brains that Crush is at 25 minutes and pretty much everything else is 5 minutes.
I've been looking all day and it's been really quite interesting. It won't last. I'm sure it won't last, but you know, it's a new thing, isn't there?
Good day to be in the other park.
Yep.
Bonnie is here, and as is Andy H. Evening all, hope everyone is well. I'm just back from Paris. I've been beating the Disney blues with some nice catch-ups and friends. With friends. And a trip to the theatre to see The Devil Wears Prada musical.
Ooh.
Looking forward to catching up with all the news, views and general chinwaggery. I like chinwaggery. Chinwaggery. I've got Ruthie Berger in the chat, and Cheryl is here. Hey, I know it's the first official opening day, but but it gave me so much stress, the amount of people squished together. Can't wait to see if on a nice quiet day in October, hopefully, to see it.
Yes.
Hopefully it will be calmer for you. Alex is here. Evening all. Haven't managed to catch her live for years.
Years. That means we've been going for years.
Looking forward to listening along. I know. Well, good to have you along again, Alex. We've got Marianne. Evening all. My daughter Lily and I have been listening to your podcast for the last 3 years, and we just wanted to say we love you.
Oh,
Thank you for bringing some Disney magic to us every week. Aw, thanks.
When I remember to actually upload the podcast, you mean?
When we're not being grumpy.
I know. It's like I've got a blocked, painful ear today, so my own voice sounds underwater. Chris's sounds like it's tin, and I can't even hear Hugh over that side. And so I'm like a bit like that, and then people say, "Oh, we love you guys."
I'm quite
and
croaky
like,
today as well, which doesn't help.
I know. I should really perk up a bit.
See, I should be croaky, but I went out with one person instead of two yesterday, and it's a lot easier to have conversations with one person, and you're not shouting across the table. So my voice is fine today. Julia says, "Hi everyone. Looked like the new ride has been down loads today too."
Yeah, I've seen that a few times.
Amanda says it. Hey everyone, looking forward to tonight's show. Thank you, Amanda. Moodster says, "Hello everyone. We've got Dan here," who says, "Hey gang." Now Dan, as we know, went back to DLP a second time because he just couldn't get enough. Hey gang,
What a lush.
made it back from that spontaneous DLP trip. Glad to have a weekend chilling, eating proper meals again and not Disney snacks, and hitting the gym because Dan, a keen jogger and gymmer. Well, I hope you had good fun the second time, Dan. It looks like you did. We've seen some of your escapades online. I need to send Dan that picture of us outside the Phantom Manor with my appalling 1.6 megapixel Kodak camera. Lisa says, "Evening all, 8 to 9 days till DLP. Like Cheryl, hoping for less crazy crowds, though, by the time we go." And Jen is here, as is the Kira Bots, back from my Wednesday to Friday trip. Ooh. Well, hope you had fun. The Kira Bot. Let us know how it went. John says, "Blimey, careful you don't end up in the land of Oz." Oh, that's with the wind. Team Confetti is here. And yeah, we've had the question from Clichy. Kelfie is here. I've lost you guys on Spotify now using Prime.
We're still there on Spotify, Kelfie. There's a really weird thing over there, which was that for some reason there was a podcast that was both of our podcasts combined together into one, and that doesn't exist anymore. But if you search for the Disneyland Paris Show, we are still there. I promise you, because that's where it's all hosted these days.
Yeah, that's about it. We got Ferid, and Rosie is here, and Tanya. Rosie says, "Oh, I'm late, but I'm here. Just finding a spot for Cascade of Lights with a mojito from Cafe Luminosity."
Nice.
Jealous.
Can you just laugh really loud for anyone who's nearby, just to like get a bit of viral opportunity here?
Ferid joins us from Azerbaijan.
Wow.
hello.
Get that on the map. Tanya says, "Sorry to be late. Was just trying to book DLP for October, but they have maintenance."
Not good enough.
Oh dear.
Well, we were looking at booking days using our annual passes for August. We haven't booked a holiday yet, so we weren't going to book it. But our friends are getting annual passes, so we're like, "Oh, let's look at the availability." And all of August says unavailable, which can't be right. I just think they mustn't have opened booking yet. But usually it just greys out. But this actually wasn't greyed out, but said unavailable. So I'm like,
Oh, and Moodster says, "Is there a disability queue or priority card for the Frozen ride, or would that be through Premier Access?"
On the preview day, they were queuing at the Premier Access bit, and I only know that because we accidentally joined the wrong queue in the melee that was going on in front. So, but I don't know long term. I think it's through the Premier Access. Because I didn't see a third entrance.
That was the chat. Gosh.
Fantastic. Right, my first bit of news is simply who the heck has been there this weekend?
Who the heck has been there this weekend?
Only Jennifer Lee.
Is it?
Who's that?
She's single white female.
She co-wrote and directed Frozen, the first one.
I knew that,
And
really.
the second one, I think.
What was that play about that Scottish lady we watched?
Jenny Lee,
Jenny Lee.
married to Aaron
Jenny Lynn. That's,
No, Jenny Lee.
That's Barnum.
Anurin Bevan, married to Anurin Bevan. And also, Kristen and Robert Lopez. Who are they?
Music people.
Yes, they wrote the music for Frozen.
The musicers.
And also, Natasha Rafalski.
Natasha, well, she would be there, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
She turns up to anything. Though.
Great tennis player.
Yeah.
She's the president of Disneyland Paris. And these are going to get harder. Well, this one isn't that hard. Josh D'Amara. Who's Josh D'Amara?
He's that
sexy.
He's everyone's Disney pin-up.
Yeah.
He is the CEO of the Walt Disney
He does.
Corporation, officially now.
Yeah.
I think that he transferred last week.
Is it?
And then
There we go.
finally, I was going to say last and probably least, but Jill Estorino.
Don't say
Who's
that.
that? I actually had to look her up.
Oof. You've been hashed to Jill.
Sorry, Jill.
Is that the person who designed the go away green colour, which they use in the parks?
I like that as an answer.
Someone must
No.
have done that.
She's president.
The Disney Resort in California.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Quick Googling there, Hugh. Quick Googling.
No, it wasn't. It's just come to me now, where she leads, obviously, 36,000 cast members and all facets of the iconic destination.
I do feel like she should probably be one of the most famous, what's the word, executives at Disney, but because we're not California people, we didn't know. So all these people were here both for the opening of World of Frozen, but also
She
specifically...
looks like Madge from Neighbours.
She looks like someone I work with.
But also specifically for the dedication of Disney Adventure World. That is the renaming thereof. So this took place yesterday, on Saturday. There was French singer Santa. I had to read that a couple of times. Yeah. So, who is not a fat bearded man, but was actually...
Is she not?
No, she was a youngish woman.
Ah.
I feel like I was burning with the ish there.
A youngish woman. A youngish woman. I watched an episode of Dinner Date and the lady picked one of the guys, but then he described her as like reasonably good looking. And I thought, she's going to watch that back. And he's the guy that she chose out of the three suitors. And he's like, well, she's reasonably attractive. I thought, oh my God. Reasonably attractive.
Oh, my word.
Again, I know I've said we were talking to friends today. I'm going to say it again. We were talking to friends today. And we had a long conversation about the manosphere and stuff. But at one point I went, thing is, all the women I know would always put a sense of humour above physical looks. And the thing is, both Hugh and Brookie both just went, yeah, and I thought they might be offended by that, but they both took it on the chin. They're like, yeah, we know where our assets lie. Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry, I go on.
And we're not even that funny.
I can vouch for that.
There was a Tangled medley, which looked...
That sounds like a...
I know, I'm struggling to talk. I can't hear my own voice, which makes talking very weird. Tangled medley.
Sounds delicious.
On a little stage, that looked really good. And I love it when they choreograph and rehearse things for just one show for like 24 people. I don't know how many people are at the dedication, but it wasn't loads. And then there was like pyro over the lake. It was daytime, so it wasn't full thing.
Oh,
It was,
yes.
like
I
smoke and
I
stuff.
saw pictures of just like a load of smoke in the air. And they've just set off about 1,000 fireworks.
This
in
is why
daylight.
I was saying it. I watched the video of it and I couldn't work out if there were fireworks or pyro or what, or just smoke bombs, because mainly what you saw was smoke, wasn't it? Because of the, anyway.
Someone
But
had
it
a
still
box of
looked fun.
those bangers, you know, that are like wrapped in paper that you used to have when you were a kid. And you just chuck them on the floor and they go...
Yeah.
Someone just had a load of them. Chucked them on the floor. Bang.
And there was the ambassador and a team of cast members from all around Disney Adventure World. They went through the official gates, and it was quite magical the way they opened, as if by magic. And then they were led by the marching band. These are the people who were at the dedication, which were generally press. They were led by the marching band down Adventure Way.
Did any of them get told off for running?
No, because they were being led by a marching band. You're very limited when you're led by a marching band.
No, I just think it'd be funny if they did start running, even though it was like this official
If one
opening
of them
thing.
just flailed down the middle of the
Yeah.
marching band and knocked over 2 trombones on the way, that would have been...
The press have been treated incredibly well, haven't they? They got a press day 2 weeks ago on the Friday. They got a press day this Friday just gone. They've had the dedication where they've got to go in there again. They've had numerous... like conference type things to talk through it all. It's a bit of overkill, I think, in some respects. I'm just saying.
Not that we're jealous in any way
I'm
whatsoever.
not jealous at all, because we'd have to write articles and stuff about it if we had press passes.
We'd
have to be nice about things. And
We'd have to gloss over the scratchy bits, wouldn't we? And the thing is, here at 37 Disney Street, we're all about the scratchy bits.
We're the Euro trash of Disneyland.
Now, hang on.
We are, though.
I mean, I'm only a 36C, Chris. Come on. Anyway. So, the following day, there was the official reveal of the new. You arrived at the gates and it said Disney's Adventure World.
Yeah.
Is it Disney?
Is today the following day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Disney Adventure World.
Not Disney's.
No.
Okay, Disney Adventure World at the top, all backlit, looking gorgeous. But they got everybody who'd been waiting for hours and hours and overnight into the main courtyard. What's that called?
A courtyard.
Disney Adventure World Plaza.
Adventure Courtyard.
And then, guess what? You've been looking at social media, so you know. So I'm going to tell you.
I do know.
I'm going to tell you, guess what?
Guess what happened?
Spider-Man.
I was gonna say Spider-Man.
Yeah, go on.
Right, but then there was no rest of the sentence. I was gonna go Spider-Man turned up, and I would have been correct.
You would.
Spider-Man climbed
I wasn't even
up
given the chance.
the Eiffel Tower. It
Right.
appeared on the Eiffel Tower. And he did a thing with his webs. And a tarp fell down
Ooh.
and revealed the new logo on the Eiffel Tower. And then he went down one of his
very
webs.
sketchily went down one of his webs.
Upside down
with his arm out, hanging out like this, obviously upside down, not like me. And then every now and again went
Tentatively.
It was beautiful.
And then they let all these people who were in that courtyard who had been looking up and cheering at
Fight.
Spider-Man, they let them all into world premiere and everyone started behaving like idiots.
They did.
Yeah.
True. And that's the pinch point I was talking about, isn't it? That's
That's
when that
it.
happened. Yeah.
And then you get really excited, people going running forward. Now, they don't run or go to the gym. Their workout is like Black Friday, as you can tell, because they've got a different style of running to anyone else. They're just legging it down. Anyway, and then that's it.
And the rest is history.
Great story, lady.
The rest, as I say, is history. It's open. It exists. So they've now removed all construction walls. That means it is free-flowing, both directly down Adventure Way, but also in from Toy Story Land, in from Route 66, in from the side of Avengers Campus.
Or
There's
on
a
the
lot
back
of
Super Diner.
Tower of Terror.
Tower of
Yeah.
Terror, Super Diner. You can...
Can you get back round Super Diner as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're getting in from all these directions now. So it feels much more open and flowing, particularly at that end of the park. You
I
can
love
come
Super
in
Diner.
and out. They have... Now let's talk about the functioning of World of Frozen.
Okay.
We knew 2 days ago, when they updated the app and put the map on, that there was a mysterious standby queue. Where in front of where World of the Lion King is going to be, and that is the queue to get into World of Frozen. Now, when I checked at 11:30-ish, that was at 90 minutes to get into World of Frozen, and the ride in World of Frozen, Frozen Ever After, was at 200 minutes. So that's 3 hours, 20 minutes for the ride.
Most of the day when I've been looking, it's been around 120 to 150, but obviously it has shut down a couple of times as well, hasn't it? More
It
than
has
couple
shut
of
down a
times.
bit. This is the opening day. I can only say this must be as bad as it's going to get. So don't worry if you're going next week or next month. It must come down. But I don't know how long that standby queue to get into Arundel is going to be. But there was several points when I was on social media that accounts were reporting that that area was at capacity.
Yeah.
At what point it comes a bit of a one-in, one-out situation once it's at capacity, as it was on the preview
This
day.
makes me angry again. That guy on Threads who came at me and he was like, yeah, you were at an annual pass preview day. You should expect problems. There are going to be operational problems. Well, it's open now and it's still like this, pal. This guy. I tell you.
They're also still queuing, it was reported, to get into the shop. So I was very confidently saying, but it's a preview. It's not always going to be like that. It still is. However, it's worth noting that they have made the decision to ease this by putting part of, which shop was it? Studios Store, which is the one right at the front, isn't it? So they've curtained off part of that just to do Frozen merchandise, and that's just kind of eased the log on that shop, which I think is a great idea, and I wish they'd done it for the previews along with the past stuff, because, I mean, it would have made it easier for staff.
They couldn't do that on the previews, though.
No,
because they'd have had to stop everyone from going into it.
You would have had to use your green band to go into that area of the store, and then it would have just become another queuing thing, wouldn't it? But
Rosie says, we queued for 2 hours to get into the Frozen with an access pass. On the flip side, they let me in to meet Anna and Elsa with no wait, as my virtual queue was right in the middle of my dinner reservation.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's something. So it's not without its hitches. However, it's open, it's there, it's fabulous. I think that Rapunzel's the highest I saw Rapunzel. I haven't been looking every 10 minutes, so tell me I'm wrong, but the highest I saw that was 30 minutes.
Yeah, same. The highest, and most of the time it was more like 20, 25, I think. I might have seen it at 35 once. Not that I've been looking all day, but I have been looking all day.
So that's pretty good. And then you know that this is an e-ticket ride. You know it's a new ride. And do you know what? I'm old enough and ugly enough to remember when Ratatouille opened, and it wasn't dissimilar. And that was a much smaller area. And they had monstrous queues for the ride. I think they had to stop people going in. It was the same a little bit at Avengers Campus. The difference there being they had 2 rides and 3 restaurants.
Yeah,
which meant it ate people a bit better.
And I can't say what it's going to be like in Frozen. You guys have been there today, can tell me probably better, but there was other stuff going on in Avengers Campus as well. You know, you've got the characters coming out all over the place. Every 15 minutes there was someone else out there doing something. So the things to keep people amused, and there's the massive photo pass thing as well. The whole.
It is a bit like that in Frozen. They do, like the troll photo pass things. There's the show on the celebration of Arendelle. There are things.
Yeah, Anna and Elsa in the queue for inside in
probably not if they're doing a meeting.
Frozen Ever After.
I'm nothing but optimistic and happy about it. I think it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
But if you are going within the next few months, just be prepared that is always going to be a long standby queue. Always. The queue to get into the land won't last forever, but I think it'll last a while. So it's like, right, this is what we're doing this afternoon.
My favourite thing was just being around the lake in the sunshine. It was lovely. Huge lake.
Gorgeous place to be. That's what I keep saying. It's just a lovely, lovely, lovely place to be. Now then, along with their dedication, when they had a press day, they had a round table in the Studios Theatre. Oh. I'm always confused by when they call stuff like this round table. I know it means they've got like multiple experts discussing, but it's essentially still a host and an audience, which is not a round table.
No.
In my head. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. So this is, and they were telling us, even now, they're telling us new things about World of Frozen. So they're going to have some, from the July, I don't have a date, sorry, not from July 2026, there's going to be an additional Princess Cavalcade that goes down Adventure Way. It's going to go down to Regal View and then back again. Ooh. It's got multiple Princess Cavalcade cars. There'll be 6 dancers per car, so it can't be one of those little cars. It must be slightly more float-like. And 2 original songs. So this is new stuff they're announcing.
Did they announce any gluten-free food for the area? No.
I mean, just anything your average 8-year-old would eat would be helpful in that park. But there you go.
So I was just checking that the phone being that close to the mic wasn't going to make any buzzing sounds. Seems all right.
Miguel and his mariachi friends are also going to visit Adventure Way this summer. There's no details about exactly where they're going to be stationed, but this is not a cavalcade, so my expectation is that it'll be round one of the sides of the lake.
And probably what they did in the music festival last year then, because they had something for that, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. Cool.
So there's plenty of space around that lake to put stuff like that. In fact, they could have multiple things going on and it would never really feel like they were in a thoroughfare. Now, we went when they did a similar thing to the music festival. It was when it was the Jungle Book thing. The Rhythms of the Jungle and Pride Lands or something like that. And there were places where they would do performances where it felt like the band was a bit in the way. Very enjoyable. Whereas what they've done now is they've engineered that in advance so that they're able to do stuff like this. It's a really good space for that.
Yeah, cool.
Also, now don't get too excited, collectible cards.
Oh my gosh.
And stickers. You can get them from hotel desks and from select cast members. I don't know who the select cast members are.
Jeff and Susie.
Yeah.
And another new thing is that
Jeff.
now, the same
It's
as they
always
do in the hub in Disneyland Park, they're serving champagne from ridiculously expensive glasses, and they're doing that on World Showcase Plaza, opposite Tower of Terror.
€15 for a glass, €20 with one champagne, something like 25 with the other.
Yeah.
Oof.
But if you're kind of one of those people who likes to have champagne moments and put it on Instagram, enjoy. So yeah, that's all I've got, guys. But I know there's lots more to talk about, so just take it away, and I'm going to prod my ear for a bit.
Well, should we have a drink?
Yes,
'Cause
a quick drink.
I've nearly finished mine already.
It's showtime! All together! Your tiki 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 cup in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, now drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
We're enjoying Umbongo Cordial again. Umbongo
will it
is
ever
not a
end?
sponsor, but it can be if they want to be. Get in touch, Umbongo people.
Send us some jellies.
Yeah, like if the hippo wants to get in touch, please do. Or even, the parrots who painted packets. Or the python that picked the passion fruit. Yeah, Chris wanted to give a thanks, didn't you?
I do want to give a thanks, yeah. Last week, I very cheekily put in a post on our Facebook group about the fact that I'm running the Leeds Half Marathon for MND, and I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to the people who donated to it. It's a cause close to my heart because I'm running with my brother and one of his friends from university, who I've known since he started at uni, was recently diagnosed with MND, and so they're all running on his behalf. And I said, well, I'd quite like to come with you, so that's why I'm doing it, basically. But yeah, it's been a hard slog. I've given myself a hernia training for it, so that's fun. I went to the doctors about that on Monday. I've still got pain from when I slipped my disc last year, so I'm having to take things incredibly easy, but I seem to be in the fitness of my life at the moment in spite of all this. And it, honestly and truthfully, getting some of those donations last week really motivated me and lifted me, so thank you so much to
Lucy just
any of
whispered
you.
to me, have we donated? He said, yes, we have.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't you, was it? It was some other name.
It was an alias. It was Stephen Gout.
It was Stephen Gout.
one of my aliases. Right, let me just go through some quick notes about our trip. Now, we have a travel curse, as you know, and Chris said it seems like, you were without travel curse this time. And I said, well, it wasn't 100% clean, only because we followed a video to get to the parking at Heathrow Airport. Mm-hmm. And on the video, there's a big sign, a big purple sign. I was like, there's a purple sign. Turn right down there. Turns out that it was another purple sign.
Oh.
When we finally found the purple sign, because it's an LCD thing, it was a different colour. Anyway, we got lost and we went through the bus bit. And we had to ring this guy and he was really unclear. Like, he could barely hear what he was saying. And that was a bit of a nightmare. We were just lost in this bus bit. And we had to do an illegal turn in this hotel bit, and it was not illegal, but so it wasn't 100% clean, but compared to all the other times, the other curses, this has been the nicest one yet. So my note here is got lost trying to find parking, plane easy, train easy. Now, someone recommended we use the lockers at Mount Valley, and we were like, ooh, that's a good idea. Now, as we approached the place where the lockers are, it started to come back to me, and I thought, hang on a minute. It's just like a long room with were they yellow? They weren't yellow, were they? The lockers, they were grey, weren't they?
Yeah.
But I was like, it's like a long room. It's at the back wall, isn't it? And as we approached it, I was like, we've used these before. So we were sort of going, oh, thanks for this great idea. And we've actually used them before. Now, Lucy never remembered that we'd used them. She was like, I was like,
corridor. I think I must have stood outside while you dealt with the lockers, because I don't remember the lockers.
Yeah. And they're relatively easy to use, although they're a bit confusing because there's no small. It just goes medium to large to extra large. So it's a bit confusing. We managed to get our big suitcases just squeezed in. We were like, oh no, we've bought the wrong one. But it just squeezed in and it was just nice. Anyway, so the lockers was
trying
easy.
to get on a Ryanair flight.
Yeah. Yeah. What were you going to say?
Well, the reason is that we worked out that we needed what we thought was a medium, the middle size of the three, but that was a large. And so then we paid for a medium, but what we got was the small. And that's why we nearly didn't fit the luggage in. We had tested the luggage because they've got a little test compartment. But we just got the wrong one.
I will say, though, on the last day, we went back, and it was like 10 a.m, and the guy was like, came out and he went, it's full. We're like, it's full? So we couldn't use the lockers.
Oh.
So we had to take him into the park and pay the Disney prices.
Oh.
And it was literally, was it 4 times as much?
Yeah.
It was literally, like, to the penny, 4 to the cent, 4 times the price.
Oh, that's painful.
To use that. I was gutted.
Yeah.
But, you know, anyway, we got that sorted.
C'est la vie.
When we entered the park, we immediately did a survey. You know, you get in there like wanting to see the castle, and we stopped and did a survey. It was just like, you know, why are you here? Are you having a nice time?
Why are you
Blah,
here?
blah, blah. How'd
You having
get
a nice time?
Are you here for long? You know, stuff like that.
How long are you travelling for? Where have you come from? How did you get here today?
I want to talk a little bit about the queues. Because the first attraction we went on was Pirates of the Caribbean, and first of all, to get into the queue, a teenage girl, she didn't elbow me out the way, but she kind of moved her elbow around me and pushed past. So that annoyed me. And then the family in front of, behind us kept every step we took. They were badge into us. And you know when like the kind of people that do that are the same kind of people who don't notice when you keep turning around and glaring at them.
Did you not just say to him, look, do you want to go past me?
Yes.
Did you?
It got to one point, I went, right, you two, stand to the side. And I did like an angry, like, after you. And then the family of the girl, the teenage girl that elbowed me, they were together then, and they deserved each other. So they can fight amongst themselves. But that's the thing, that this family was so oblivious that they were, like, annoying us and, like, getting into our space, that even when we let them pass, they didn't look like, because, you know, we would have like looked at each other and gone, oh, what happened there?
What have we done?
Is it something we've done, or what's happened? And they didn't care. They just breezed on past. Anyway, what I want to say is, it makes you appreciate when you're in a queue and the people keep the distance. And I want to turn around to them just before I got into the ride and go, guys, thank you for being such great. And this is a bit of a one of these positive stereotypes that you shouldn't do, but I'm going to say it. If there's a Japanese group behind you, God bless them. They are lovely. They keep the distance. They're not loud. Oh, wonderful people. I know you shouldn't do stuff like that, but
British
you know.
people. See, I think that we're uptight, but we're good at queuing as British people. But do you think we're a bit patchy?
We are. It depends on the family. Yeah, you can't. You know, there could be Japanese families that would be probably space invaders as well. Like, I'm generalising, obviously, but yeah. It was good and bad queuing as usual, but it's always like that.
Were there any balloons in the queue?
No balloons.
And how many cats and how many boxes? You didn't count, did you?
2 cats, 2 boxes.
Thank you.
Sorry,
So
so 2 cats,
as
3
it should
boxes.
be. Good.
Swinging Pirate was working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was working when we
We did have to queue in the Buzz Lightyear, and we got shafted
Yeah.
by Premier Pass people.
Oh.
That queue was like an hour or something, wasn't it? And it's a brutal queue. It's just boring.
Yeah, it's really boring.
Boring queue.
I've got something to say about that because, as you know, you join with Premier Access at the point that you go inside. And when you go inside, there's loads of things to look at and see, and there's the really good Buzz Lightyear animatronic. But the guy who was doing the queue was holding everyone back, looking to see if it was clear, and then letting 20 people through and then stopping people again. But what happened when we got put through is there was nobody in that queue. So we just walked straight from the outdoor horrible rubbish queue all the way through that interesting bit, nearly to where the rides were. But surely it's better to keep 50 people in there so they're at least entertained and it appears a bit more hopeful and a shorter queue than just keep everybody outside. It didn't make sense to me.
I think they were letting in a disproportionate amount of Premier Pass people.
Do you know what I like though? Because I noticed this when we went last time. We were going on Pirates of the Caribbean. There were a lot of times when there was a 10-minute wait or a 5-minute wait, and the Premier Access people are walking down there, and we're walking in going,
Yeah.
"You absolute idiots using your Premier Pass when you could have just walked straight on. What are you doing that for?"
So
This is literally saving them a minute.
this is why I think they leave that indoor queue empty, so that Premier Pass people feel like they are walking
That they're
straight
getting
on.
a benefit, yeah. I think
Because
that's
otherwise
true.
they'd still have a 20-minute wait, wouldn't they? If they only joined it there.
When the queues did merge, I was like, right. I said, don't give these people an inch. I said, we've queued for an hour. And these Premier Pass people, we're just merging the queue. I was like, get in front of them, get in front of them. Because I'm sorry, after an hour, I'm like, no, you are going behind us. Premier pass or not, you are waiting behind us. So I was like, quick, get past these people. I don't think many of them would begrudge that. I wouldn't. If I was Premier passing and the family looked as fed up as us, I'd be like, let them go. We've just walked on.
We had fun though. We played 20 questions. We chatted together as a family. We had a nice time.
Yeah.
As long as we're together, we always have love.
You make your moments, don't you?
You do, yeah.
Hugh, Team Confetti says, if you want to do a monthly live stream just to moan about Space Invaders in Disney, I'm in.
Yeah. But, I try to be balanced because, like I said, it makes you stop and really appreciate when people are being polite and giving you your space. It makes you just go,
a monster in the queue.
I do want to turn around and go, thank you for that. But then did think, all right, weirdo. So I can't win.
It's nice, isn't it? Because you snake up and down and stuff. When you get those moments, I remember when we were queuing in another boring outdoor queue of Ratatouille when we were there last time, and you just end up with like little things going on, and you end up almost communicating with people, not properly communicating, but almost communicating with other people in the line. You see them every time when you're snaking up and down.
Yeah. Hey, it's those guys again.
Yeah, there's something
and again.
nice about that.
And again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the main things, like about the lockers. That was a slightly different thing for us.
Joey says, this reminds me of when I was queuing for a ride at DLP and the man in front of us got his Mac and logged into work to make it look like he was at his desk before we got on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just made his Microsoft Teams like status,
Moved his
like
mouse.
made his circle green.
Yeah.
Just made my circle green. But what else in general? I mean, I'm not going to go through because I've made a list of every ride we went on and every incident and everything, and every snack we had. Like we had these little pancakes at the windmill.
They were really good.
They were all right. They were a bit bland.
Like mini crepes.
Yeah.
Covered in Nutella. Really nice.
Bellinis.
Something like that.
Bellinis.
Oh, did I tell you about the always turn left on Big Thunder Mountain? Did we talk about that last week?
You talked about it.
You did. I talked about it in the video.
It's on your video. I think you talked about it I can't remember. Go on. Tell it again anyway.
Well, we got into Big Thunder Mountain early in the morning, and there's a bit where the queue, it doesn't split like left and right like you'd think. It splits like in front and behind. So if you go a little further on and go to the left of the turnstile, it's hard to the divider. It's hard to explain. But anyway, you take the left route, and we breezed past everybody. And I heard an English lady saying, "Oh no, we forgot about our always turn left rule." And as we sort of went past, I went, "Always turn left, always turn left," which must have really rubbed it in. Thing is, if they'd have recognised us from the show as well, they'd have been like, "Oh well, of course they know." So sorry if I've repeated that. But that's it really. I wanted to talk about the photo pass. Because even though most of you will probably know this, I didn't. So we always get our photo pass card from the Pirates of the Caribbean shop. Yeah. So we go look at the picture and then we go, oh, actually, can we have the actual physical card? So he scans the annual pass thing and he gives you the card. When I looked up on our account, I logged into the website you get your pictures from. It was last year's pictures and I was like, that's weird. And then I realised that card lasts as long as you've got the annual pass. So it's not disposable. I thought you chucked it after the trip. Keep your card. So all I did then was I logged on with a different email with this second card, and there the pictures were. So next time we go, I've actually got 2 cards to choose from now. I'll probably just take the most recent one. So yeah, if you get one of those physical photo passes,
as an annual pass holder,
and you're going again, keep it, because then when you log in with the same email address, you'll have that whole year's photographs.
If you get an annual pass on your trip, not as an annual pass holder, you can only use it for that period of time, but your photos last for a year, so I would imagine you have a very similar thing as well. If you went and logged back on, your old pictures would still be there, as long as it's within that year.
I had a little
interesting stuff.
Grogu biscuit as well.
It was very flat.
It was flat. There's a very thin layer of chocolate in there. But generally speaking, we had a lovely time, and it was cold, but it was sunny.
John says, what did you think of A Million Splashes of Colour?
Oh, yeah, good question.
It brought about one of the greatest Disney performances I've ever seen.
Same.
You aren't the only person who said this as well.
Really?
I saw some, because when I watched your video, I thought, this is really funny, because I'd seen other clips of the same person.
If
Yeah.
you don't know what we're talking about, it was the driver of one of the floats.
If you don't know what we're talking
they're
about,
not really full
tough.
floats. They're like extended cars, aren't they?
Yeah.
A driver of one of the float cars, when they stop and all the dancers get off and dance up, they carry on dancing in their car. Well, I've never seen such glee on a human being's face.
He was interacting with Goofy and Timon,
He was brilliant.
and he was just he didn't stop dancing around. We all loved him, didn't we, Bonnie? He was ace. I didn't get any video of him really. You guys did.
I don't know if we might have mentioned this last time, but you know
Don't think we did.
you don't cross the path of a parade. Halfway through that parade, a guy just took 2 coffees and a biscuit to his girlfriend on the other side of the road. He just sauntered across the road.
Walked in front of the parade.
Just walked in front of the parade, just walked across, handed his girlfriend or wife, I don't know, I'm not making judgments, or just roommate perhaps, a coffee, and then it was immediately like badly berated.
Hang on,
by-
I think we did mention this
Did we
because I
mention-
used the word meaning testicles.
Oh.
And I thought, I shouldn't have said that because I said he got what can only be described as a bollocking. So I did say that last
Yeah,
week,
okay,
didn't I?
maybe.
Oh, I
yeah,
don't remember
okay.
you saying that.
Don't know.
Repeating ourselves.
Maybe I said it on the video.
But what do I think of Million Splash of Colour? Well, I really, really like the design and it's colourful.
God, you'd think.
And I think the floats are great and I think the music's great. I'm going to be really honest because, like I said, we don't smooth over the scratchy bits in this. I am all right for any more parades that do the hub stage format. I feel now I get it.
Yeah.
You know, when they stop, they get off, they dance around, they go up on the thing, they do a bit of choreography. That choreography is not going to change much. I take that back for the Halloween one because the different characters and the costumes and the way that it's choreographed and the way that they're able to like make a real thing of being their characters is a bit different. But when it's just people in funky outfits, I don't think I need those hub shows. I think parades are enough for me generally. And save those hub shows for the real, the big ones, you know, your Christmas and your Halloween. That's me personally. I'm a bit over them.
No, I'm kind of with you on that.
Oh, Team Confetti's reminded of the name of those mini crepes, but I can't pronounce that.
I'd seen it and I hoped you'd pronounce it so I wouldn't have to.
Puffetiers.
Puffetier.
Puffetiers. Puffetiers.
Puffetiers.
Puffetiers.
It's something like that.
Puffetiers.
There's a J in there. Puffetiers.
Puffetiers.
How did we do, Team Confetti?
Who knows?
I mean, you say it was colourful, but the whole point of this is all these floats are white with colour, so they're like black and white outline
Splashes of
drawings with
colour.
colour on them, so they're not actually that colourful.
No.
They're only half colourful.
Andrew says, I saw Million Splashes and I thought the street dancers were brilliant. Fair play. I mean, they are really, really good. They're really good. I just feel like I've seen that show a million times, even though I've only seen it once. But I was less of a fan of how once the floats got to Central Plaza, there was nothing to see on the street. That's fair, because if you stood on the outside row. I also think you can watch these things from Main Street. You can see the actual parade before it gets to Central Plaza and then not worry about Central Plaza.
Yeah.
And so I'd like that to be a bit more. Well, no, I think that was entertaining. I think that might be where I watch these things from now on, except Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah.
When you get a bit more of it. Personally.
And yes, the pronunciation was correct.
Oh. Well,
John Parker says new daily parade.
that was Chris. Chris pronounced it correctly. I just
got the Y.
I just repeated it and claimed it.
John
It's
Parker.
unusual it's that way around, isn't it? Sorry.
It's okay. John Parker says new daily parade for the 35th anniversary please. That would be nice. How long have we had Stars on Parade now? Was that a 25th? That wasn't for the 25th, was it? That was for the 25th, wasn't it?
We've had it, since 20 something. What's the 25th? 2017 was it something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I recognise
Think it is.
when we first walked through.
And now I don't disagree with this, and I would like a new one, but I also, I think there's other things that they could be spending their
the money
Disney
on.
dollars on.
They do tend to do like entirely new parades when they do them. And I always wonder why they don't more often just rotate a float in and out. We're going to get rid of that float and put a new float, because that's enough to get me to watch it.
Yeah.
Having one new float on there. And surely that's more cost effective in the long
I think
run.
they could change the song without doing much to the choreography as well, potentially. Being that they're all
Eventually,
very
it'll be
similar
like
kind of-
Trigger's Broom, won't it?
That's it. Yeah,
I mean, it's like how much of this is Stars on Parade?
I'm less likely to notice if they just changed the music and told me it was a brand new parade. I wouldn't know. I'd know that the music was different, but the actual parade, they all look the same
You'd
to me.
know as soon as Crush appeared and wasn't moving, you'd know it was the same.
But I'm a very visual. But my visual memory is like really good. But when it comes to a parade or the night show, the night spectaculars and things, I can't tell one from the other. Not a clue.
Don't care.
I do admit that a bit with the nighttime spectaculars. I remember sections of it, but like when you say we're watching Illuminations, I have to go, is that the one that's got the Star Wars bit in, or which one's, because it's... And like I said about the nighttime spectacular, you haven't seen it yet, because I've recorded another review video that I'm just in the middle of editing, but the sentiments are all very the same. See, believe in your dreams, friendship, family, happily ever after, hope for the future. Do you know what I mean? It's all very, it's platitudes, isn't it? And so it's hard to go, that was the one with the strong message about climate change. No, they're just telling me to believe in my dreams again.
That's the thing. I want more messages from them saying... did we talk about the Dream Factory show?
No, we didn't.
We should talk about that. Because that's the thing. It's got a message about... The message basically is just have a dream.
Yeah.
And I would like to see a Disney show where they get very... Because I can't... There's no anchor in there for me to latch onto. It's like, okay, I'll have a dream. I want them to say, work hard and you'll be successful at whatever you're trying to achieve. Like, something dead specific, like try and be punctual, things like that. Not just have a dream. I don't even think a child can really come away and go, yeah, I think I'll do that. Like, they need to be told specifically. Children need to be told specifically like, exactly what to do. Because, something they can actually apply in their lives. But having a dream... How do you process that?
You can start with having a dream to be a concert pianist, but then you do want Disney to follow up with the 15 years of practicing daily. You know what I mean?
15 years daily.
For concert pianists, I would say
15 minutes.
15 years.
Oh, I thought you meant
practicing
daily.
I thought you were saying daily. Do 15 years worth of practice.
I knew what you thought she was saying, but that wasn't what she was saying.
I did wonder if I'd put the words in the wrong order for a second. Then I'm like, what? Did I say that wrong?
No, you absolutely didn't. They were just misinterpreted.
I don't think that's a party pooper message. I think that's a really valid message that Disney should be giving out there. It's like follow it, determination,
but
don't lose course.
But what do we think of the Dream Factory show? Because it's slightly different, retooled story now, isn't it?
I honestly think they made a mistake taking away the Disney Junior characters, and I didn't think that, because now they've turned it into a little mini musical about the factory workers. And Minnie, on the Chip and Dale and people, and Donald are still in it. But the people who it's about is the factory workers and how the factory workers need to find a dream. And I just don't think the audience will naturally care enough, because we have to do a whole musical number about one of the factory workers and their hopes and dreams. Not a character they know. And I'm really sad because the people on stage were working so hard. They did such a good job. The designers have worked so hard. They did such a good... Well, I have problems with parts of the design. The set's amazing, all this kind of thing. But I don't think they've created a product that I'm going to go and say, if you go to Disneyland Paris and you see one show, make sure that's it. I'm going to tell them to see Mickey and the Magician, no matter what age you are.
I think they should replace it with the Avengers musical from Hawkeye.
Yeah, Rogers, the musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
I could do this all day. I'd love to see that, man.
Wouldn't it be great?
Is there actually a version of that for real?
They've written the whole thing, didn't they?
I think
They deliberately wrote the whole thing for it, so that they could use clips of whatever. So I think the whole thing was fully done.
Please give us that. Please.
Yeah. There we go. That's all we want. So forget your parade.
I will never do that.
No, they never will.
Someone in the show did say it must be a French way of saying, like we'd say, "Oh, thanks for that," and she said, "So thanks for that." And I thought she said that a little bit like the way that Captain America said, "I'll never do that." And it's a little quirk about the French language.
Here's the thing. So I teach musical theatre at a university, and we have quite a lot of international students, and the fabulously talented singers and dancers. But if their English is a second language and it's not strong, you do get this thing where they learn a script and they learn what a sentence means, but they don't quite learn how it is stressed to give it the meaning. So if something is, if you meant to say, "I am really scared of that," or something, they'll go, "Oh, I am really scared of that." And do you know what I mean? And you could tell that all the way through this. There were some really talented people who they weren't performing in their own language.
There's a guy on YouTube who interviews AI for film roles, and that's exactly what the AI is like as well.
Yeah. But I'm talking about students I have who are so absolutely amazing and hardworking and talented people, and I think they know this is a difficulty they have. So I hope I'm not speaking out of school. But I recognised it immediately. I recognised professional performers who are so good at the job and are really struggling to perform in a different language.
Yeah, the thing in that show is they need more dreams, and then they go, "Hey, who doesn't have a dream? That person doesn't have a dream," but then they all turn out to have a dream.
Yeah.
And it wasn't coaxed out of them. It's just like, "Oh yeah, I used to have this dream about this," and you're like, "So you do have a dream?"
My dream is that people stop badgering me about having a dream all the time.
It's just
I mean,
missed the mark.
I know it's not that deep, but it was a bit of a confused storyline.
But there was one guy who we think was the factory foreman, who was like, I mean, he was ace. He was a really good dancer. I enjoyed him a lot.
See, he was a guy who didn't quite look like you would expect him to. Is it that guy? Because we sort of chuckled at him because he was doing a great job, but he didn't cut the. I don't know. It's hard to. I don't want to be mean, but like he didn't strike you as like someone who's going to bang out some awesome moves. And when he did, it was kind of amusing.
Yeah. It was really good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because he looked kind of serious and buttoned up. But you know.
His part in the show was, "Come on, guys, we've got to see the factory's broken. We've got to do it. Come on, here, we've got to work hard together because I need you to do this." And everyone else was just going, "Oh no, because you've got to tell us your dream, though." And he's going, "No, we need to work. We need to do this. Oh, but tell us your dream." And I found it really annoying because I was like, "Will you just listen to this guy, please?"
They don't have a dream. Just let him not have a dream.
I
It's
know.
fine.
His
dream is to not have a dream.
His
Just let him not have
dream
a dream.
is to finish this shift and go home. Well, you guys stop faffing around. Anyway. Okay. Failure is upon us.
Before we leave, I just want to say thank you to lots of you who have sent in trip reports over the last few days. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about here and there's a lot to unpack, so we'll have to get around to them in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Which means that we're probably going to talk about the same period of time.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Well,
So.
we're sort of done talking about the aspects of our trip, so we can get on to other people's trips.
Absolutely.
Now.
And if you've got trip reports, send them in. Do send them in. I think it's important that we get through these fairly hurriedly because they're relevant and we want to make sure that you're included. So we'll get around to it next week, eh?
Where?
Hey?
Yeah.
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 Nice. Superb.
So that's it
Yeah.
for this week.
I've been Lucy. Oh.
Oh, sorry, I was just reading comments, but I need to go. So, thank you. That's it for this week. I've been Lucy. These have been the boys. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I thought I was Lucy for a second then. I'm not Lucy. That would be my dream.